It's doing add objects from animations. And caching.py. I think... Okay, so it's doing this. I'm not totally sure if I even want it to do this automatic adding. I guess the rest of Manim works this way, so I probably should. But it should be a lot simpler. Get Mobject family members? I'm surprised that didn't crash. Yeah, it got all the way down to here, I guess. So doing the self.add worked. I guess it should just only do this if get family makes sense. If that is instance mob object 3D. And then I would add its family. Kerm objects. Get object family member. So it's trying to... Kerm objects is a list of like everything. It's a list of everything in the hierarchy of the object being animated. So should I do the same thing for meshes? Probably should. But I don't have this get family. I think I have something similar though. Don't I have get meshes? Yeah, get meshes. This returns all of the meshes basically. But, you know, I don't even think returning all the meshes is good enough. And the reason for that is that object 3Ds that don't have any data to draw can still have data that needs to be interpolated. So I'm gonna need something like this object 3D. This is gonna be, I guess, get meshes and object 3Ds. And this will just yield no matter what. So those have else. Kerm objects. Equals this, right? For Kerm objects. So it's self.get object family members, which won't include any meshes. Then for each animation, it's extending that with that object's family. So I guess I could just call this get family. So I'm using something different anyway. And then, yeah, now I can do this. Man, this is just has so much complexity. Okay, so I add the objects from animations. I'm just gonna hope the rest of this goes relatively smoothly. See what else. Align data and family. That I'm just totally gonna skip. So transform 103. Or I could write the function. Or I could write the function. Align data and family. And just pass. And just assume that basically you gave a copy. Okay, so I'll do that. And I'll get the arguments right. Suspend updating. And that I might actually want to do. I think shaders actually do have updaters. Oh, meshes have updaters. Yeah, meshes have updaters. But really, it should be Object 3Ds that have updaters. Suspend updating? I think it doesn't have oh, it does have suspend updating. Okay, I'm just gonna move all of this into Object 3D. All the updater stuff. So all of this, bringing it up here. Okay, so now that should work. Okay. Okay, cool. Family members with points. Transform 133. Get all families zipped. So we got the object, the starting object, and the target copy. Does this mean... Wait, where was this called? This transform.py. It must have been an animation.py. So when you interpolate, it's going to do get all families zipped. Which is kind of weird. Oh, it's starting object, starting object, target copy. And I guess it had all of these. So I guess when this creates, this does like generate target or whatever, does it just call dot copy? So I had to call create starting object. Yeah, and it just called dot copy, so I guess that worked. But anyway, where it failed is 133 here. Return zip of mob.get family members with points for mob and mobs. I forgot what exactly this does. What I think this does... The zip of a list for mob and mobs. I think what this does is the following. If there's a tree, there's some, well, each of these mobjects, starting mobject, and target mobject, will have some sort of hierarchy. And it'll have basically starting, and then the mobject itself. So that'll be mobject. Then I'll have target, copy. And it's returning a list whose first element is these. And it's returning a list whose first element is these three. This is like the 0th element. And then the 1 element is these 3. And then the 2 and so on. So it's matching basically the corresponding elements. And if that's true, how can I do the same thing with meshes? I don't think it'll be any more oh wait, it's saying with points here, but I don't even want to return the ones with points. I want to return just all of them. So this is not is instance mob. I'll say self.mobject. Object 3D. If it's not that, then I can return this. If it is an object 3D, then I just want to return get family or whatever. And the reason I want to return get family, which includes object 3Ds that don't have points, is because I may want to interpolate values that values from object 3Ds that don't have points. So let me do that. Object 3D is not defined, yeah. It just reminded me for a second there that, okay, an object 3D has no attribute interpolate. I think that's good. That's what I want. Okay. Part of what I just remembered there is that interpolating between model matrices doesn't work that well in the case of rotations. And so I was thinking of a way to fix that, but I can't really think of one, so... Oh well. I guess I have to look something up. Okay, but here's an object 3D. And if I do def interpolate... Let me look at the signature for interpolate. I think it comes from object.by. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Self, so this is basically a start. Yeah, this is a start and alpha path func. Might end up ignoring the path func, but for now, I'm just gonna see a straight path. I'm just gonna ignore this and have like a to-do. I'm just gonna see if I can run this without crashing. Has updaters? I thought it did. Has time-based updater. weird. Because it has updaters? Oh, it's a Boolean. Ah, this is kind of annoying. Because the logic for handling those updaters is in mobject.py. I guess it's no, it's here too. Because the logic for handling those updaters is in mobject.py. I guess it's no, it's here too. Oh, mobject just initializes this to false, I guess. In init updaters? Wait, but this is doing that too. Object3D has no attribute has updaters. In init updaters, oh, I guess I have to call init updaters. Self. What would be really nice? All of the updater logic should be factored into a class like updatable or something like that. So you could just do object3D, and like one of the things it inherits from is updatable. Just as a, I think this is called a mixin, just so you don't have to copy these same updater functions. But we don't have that right now, so. I think that kind of worked. Because wait. Why wasn't the light? Why wasn't I seeing the light? Why did that happen? Did I not add the light until after? No, I don't know why that happened. I added the light here. Oh, I didn't add the light until after. After I configured the... After I played the animation. So I basically want this to be the last thing. Okay. But now I can't really tell where it starts. So let me do this. When... Here and interpolate, I'm just going to say... I'm just going to update the model matrix a little. X equals like 0.01. Do this. And see if I can actually see this animating. I wonder if this will do something. No, that didn't do anything. There's no attribute transformation matrix. Did I like write the wrong thing here? Manim utils OpenGL? Well, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, it's translation. Great, so I can transform the mesh, I think. What happened? It looks like it went a little bit off? Why would that happen? I think it's because... if all of these, if every object here updates their transformation matrix separately, maybe that's what that does. Maybe. I'm not totally sure. Also, I'm duplicating some edges here. I don't need all of these. But I was able to animate it, so that's great. Let me look at that again. But I was able to animate it, so that's great. Let me look at that again. It looks like it was off right from the start. I wonder if I don't do this, will that still be off? Okay. So I do have this here. Actually, I think an easier way to see this would be to move it by something bigger. And see if I see it drifting further off over time. Yeah, and I do. So this is just like not the way to translate this, which makes sense. Okay. So now it's a question of how I interpolate all of these different things. I guess for an object 3D it's not super hard. I only have to interpolate the model matrix and the normal matrix. So can I do that with NumPy? Lerp. Guess that didn't work. I wonder why this came up. Boilerplate. I know there's some sort of interpolate thing. Interp. This says one dimensional. Oh, that's not what I want. Wait. XP to FP of a function with given discrete data points. X, then you have these floats, then you have these floats. Okay, anyway, this isn't what I was looking for. Here's interpolate one, interp 1D. Oh, this interpolates with given discrete. Blake 4096, what's going on? Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to solve something pretty difficult right now, so that's annoying. But I think I'm making progress. And NumPy isn't helping me too much. 0 to 2 pi by 0 to 2 pi by 10. I don't know if this just evaluates the function at a bunch of points. The interpolant to a function. Oh. You give it a function defined by these points. And then it evaluates the interpolated values at these. Yeah, that's not what I want at all. There must be a way to do this. Interpolate between that and that. I guess I have to use SciPy. Weird. And there's an interp 2D in SciPy as well. Interpolate over a 2D grid. X, Y, linear by default. These are arrays of values to approximate a function. Alt. These are arrays of values to approximate a function. Wait, maybe this doesn't do what I want. F. Oh. This is returning a function. It's frustrating because this isn't that hard to do. I don't have SciPy. No. NumPy. Okay. So if I have a equals 0, b equals 10, and I can't do that. A, b equals 0, 10. And I have the distance I want to interpolate between them. I can just do a plus b times x. That'll give me the interpolated value. Now if I want to do this with SciPy, I think what I have to do is SciPy.interpolate. First of all, do I even have that now? Interp. I can do interp. Interp 1b of what? 0, 0, 1, comma, 0, 10? And then it returns a function which I evaluate at 0.5. That's way too much work. I think I would rather just do this. Okay, maybe this isn't as bad as I think it is. Maybe all I need to do to interpolate model matrices is say self.modelMatrix equals start.modelMatrix plus alpha times end. I think that's actually all I need to do. And then with normal. So, okay, I'll see if that, okay, that looks terrible. Dang. Wait, why did it look terrible before the animation started? That doesn't make much sense. Did it do, this might not be doing what I think it's doing. Okay, here's what I'm gonna have to do. Here, don't do this. Now if I run this, great. so now I can put a breakpoint here. Oh, here. And see if this is actually interpolating the way I think it's interpolating. So start dot model matrix. Actually, let me not do this here. I'll do it here. So start dot model matrix, end dot meta matrix, and I just interpolated between these.